Namaskar. Welcome to Conversations with Rakesh. Here's today's question. Rakesh, I'm having a lot of problems at work and I'm quite tired. I feel I should find a new job or maybe I should do an executive MBA. What are your views? While I don't think I can give you a great suggestion on whether you should do an MBA or get a new job, I'd like to focus on the problems a little bit. I think we treat this word very unkindly. The moment we think of a problem, we always think of a challenge, negative, maybe creating a lot of inconvenience, taking away a lot of our time, not giving us enough returns, waste of effort, politics, people, and many more complex issues. And what happens is that we don't realize that it is this zone of problem where the maximum innovation and the maximum learning is. Whether we like it or not, the universe will always give us problems. So imagine a spectrum. The extreme end of the spectrum is perfect peace and harmony, right? So peace and harmony at one point of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum is chaos, complete chaos. Problems are somewhere in the middle. They are normal. You cannot find any job, any business school or tech school or any institution. I meet so many people who leave their jobs to create, their dream organizations. And after a point, they still run into problems. So my request to all of you is the universe will always be full of chaos. There is not a single organization that will not have problems. And this utopian dream of living in peace and harmony is very, very rare. So the normal path is path of problems. You don't have to go towards chaos and crisis. That means something is wrong. And peace and harmony probably means you're dead. So the middle ground, the zone of problems, slightly moving towards chaos, slightly moving towards peace, is the zone of innovation. This is where you need to focus on. My request to you is that in this video, let's understand why we don't like problems. What is going on? What are the critical concepts? So I have some notes I thought I'll share with you. I gave the first one, which is the zone of chaos, the zone of peace and harmony, and the zone of innovation somewhere in the middle. Stay in that zone. That is normal. Number two, a very big problem in many corporations is not the problems themselves. It is the gossip of the problem. And I've seen it in my fair share when I was working in the companies, even working in academic institutions. आप लंच टेबल पे बैठ जाओ, वहाँ पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ गॉसिप चल रहा होगा. एंड मोस्टली इट इज़ अबाउट टॉक्सिक डिस्कशन कि बॉस बकवास है, कंपनी ने ये नहीं किया, वो कंपनी ऐसा करती है, दैट प्लेस इज़ गुड. So when you listen to such toxic gossips, it impacts you and it does drain your energy, and it did mine. There was this one person who was always this whiner, complain box, कुछ भी करो he will find a fault. मतलब अगर वो ऐसा था कि उसको मान लो एक ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बना के दो which was picture perfect, he will find a fault in that also. And he was very loud, he was very vocal. Meeting में he will start laughing at things. So everybody started to get impacted by his behavior, and very soon the whole department became very toxic. That's why we say कि one rotten apple spoils the whole basket. ये होता है, and be careful. So my request is, if you are part of these gossip circles, you may be drained because of that, and that could cause you to think कि मैं छोड़ रहा हूँ, मैं कुछ करूँगा. ये अगली ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जाओगे वहाँ पे भी ये होगा. So that is my concept request number 2. The third, if you do not like problems, कि यार ये जिग और ये गंदगी मेरे को पसंद नहीं है, I want to be spick and span, I think reflect on yourself. Maybe as a person you have low levels of resilience towards problems. Maybe you are hypersensitive. होता है कोई ऐसे कोई मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि it's like a create a problem with you. This is who you are. You may be a hypersensitive person, but now you have a job which is full of problems and you're trying to find this utopian, peaceful, harmonious world जो नहीं मिलने वाला. So what do you start looking at? Reflect on yourself, that where is this feeling coming from? And one of my requests is this feeling would be coming from your low levels of resilience towards problems. कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होती है, आपका रेजिलियंस कम होता है, आप छोड़ देते हो. एंड एस्केप, कि मैं नौकरी छोड़ दूंगा, डिपार्टमेंट छोड़ दूंगा, एमबीए कर लूँगा, एमटेक कर लूँगा, पीएचडी कर लूँगा. आई थिंक दैट्स अ एस्केप राउट. आप भाग रहे हो प्रॉब्लम से. आई थिंक योर रेजिलियंस लेवल्स आर वेरी वेरी लो. And the last is a very simple concept that without problems, I don't think we can appreciate life. जब प्रॉब्लम खत्म होता है ना, दैट जॉय इज अमेजिंग. सो इन ऑर्डर फॉर अस टू रियली taste the sweetness of good days and success, problems and bad days are very important. So these are the four concepts that I would start this video with. And now let's take a move towards what are the tips and suggestions I can give you to deal with problems a little bit better. And they are very simple. So let me go through them one by one. The first is, I think there's a story I'd like to share with you. This story is about a person who had a very big organization and he was very finicky on hiring processes. Uski hiring team was frustrated. He had a very, secret algorithm to get the best people in his lab. He was an inventor and he used to make the best inventions, and he was very finicky who would come inside the lab. Resume पे resume reject करता था, and he would have a very strange way of recruitment. He would call the person in his office and within a few seconds say, thank you very much. So one of his chief of staff was very upset कि सर ये क्या है, मतलब you have to follow the process, there's a resume, the person is very good, give them a chance, talk to them, why do you take such a quick decision कि इसको नहीं लूँगा मैं. And this person says, I always look at this person's hands. If the hands are very spick and span, that means this person does not spend time on machines and does not invent. और जब invent करते हो तो tools के साथ काम करना पड़ता है, तो उसके हाथ पे कुछ गंदगी और निशान और घाव ही नहीं है. And that's my first reaction, which is I want a inventor and researcher who's very hands on. और उसके हाथों से मेरे को सब दिख जाता है. This story has a very nice moral that when we look at our modern 21st century jobs, all of us have become very knowledge oriented. So laptop पे बैठते हैं और दिमाग से काम चल रहा है. So our ability to take massive challenges is also going down because at some point of time the emotions and gossip take over and we don't like these things. So become a little bit more hands-on. And hands-on means that you have to go and solve the problem by rolling your sleeves. घुस जाओ प्रॉब्लम के अंदर, बाहर से उस पर ताने मत मारो और उसको क्रिटिसाइज मत करो. इफ़ यू रियली वांट टू बिकम अ गुड प्रोफेशनल, take up a job which is full of problems, solve it, and then take your space or take your place in leadership. This foundation is very important for you. अगर भागते रहोगे तो कैसे करियर बनेगा? You'll go to the next company, वहाँ प्रॉब्लम होंगी, and because you're not good at problem solving and you don't like it, वहाँ से छोड़ दोगे आप. So become hands on, all of you. If there is a job which is full of problems and if it is a job which is full of peace and harmony, go towards a problem वाला job. वहाँ सीखने को भी मिलेगा, आपकी क्यूरियोसिटी, क्रिएटिविटी, इनोवेशन बढ़ेगा. Your foundations of your life will become a lot better. This is just my view, again very personal view. So my request number 1 is become hands on. Request number 2, stay away from gossip mongers, complaint boxes, पब्लिक जो वाइन करती रहती है, क्रिटिसाइज करती रहती है, दूर रहो उनसे. देयर इज़ अ टर्म फॉर इट, दे आर कॉल्ड टॉक्सिक, दे कॉल्ड एनर्जी वैम्पायर्स, कि वो वैम्पायर सक्स द ब्लड ऑफ इट्स प्रे. तो वो आपकी सारी एनर्जी निकाल लेते हैं, ड्रेन कर देते हैं. प्लीज स्टे अवे फ्रॉम सच पीपल, एंड दीज पीपल थ्राइव ऑन टेकिंग योर एनर्जी. बहुत मिल जाएंगे कॉर्पोरेट में, और दिस इज़ अ प्रॉब्लम विथ मैनी कंपनीज. देर आर मोर वैम्पायर्स देन एनर्जी प्रोवाइडर्स. अ वेरी सीरियस इशू इन एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. वो होता है टाइम के साथ, द फैट अक्यूमुलेट्स एंड देन दे हैव टू डू अ पर्ज. सो प्लीज स्टे अवे फ्रॉम इट. आप अपना लैब में काम करो, बी वेरी हैंड्स ऑन, प्रॉब्लम्स में घुसे रहो एंड एन्जॉय योर डे. सो चेंज योर एटीट्यूड टूवर्ड्स योर कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ. प्रॉब्लम्स हमेशा होंगे. स्टेप नंबर 1, stay away from people who are complaint boxes and chatters who keep gossiping. आपकी एनर्जी ड्रेन करेंगे. नंबर 3, please become hands-on. Sit more time in the lab, sit in problems, understand, learn, be more curious. And last, which is very important, get a mentor. ये सब हम लोग, मैं none of us are born with this knowledge. ये सीखना पड़ता है. कोई book नहीं है जिसमें, there's no single book which says solving all problems of your book 101. ऐसा नहीं होता है. So please take a mentor. That mentor will guide you on how they solved a problem. They will listen to you, give you perspectives, and you will learn from their mistakes as you go forward. So this is how you change your entire approach towards problem. And the last, please become a lot more resilient. Your resilience level should go high for problem solving. Otherwise, it will be very dangerous for you and you will take a back seat in your problem solving. वो क्या होता है कि एक बार प्रॉब्लम दिखता है और इमीडिएट रिएक्शन है कि यार ये नहीं करना है, ये जिग जिग से मेरे को नहीं करना है. And you are going towards the peace harmony zone, which probably there is not much learning after a point. But if you go towards the chaos problem side, there is better innovation, there is better opportunity for you to work, and you might have a great time in it. So let me summarize these 5 points on how you can change your attitude towards problems. 1, stay away from gossip mongers, complaint boxes in the organization जो सारा टाइम कंप्लेन ही करते रहते हैं. उससे आपकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग एबिलिटी, यू विल स्टार्ट shying away from it. Point number 2, build your resilience, increase it. Be a lot more resilient towards problem. Roll your sleeves, stay at the problem, but be very careful that don't become very toxic positive कि ये मैं करके ही रहूँगा till I burn out. That is not good. In one of my videos, I talked about a quitting algorithm. So be resilient, but also know when to quit. Number 3, get a mentor. Talk to that mentor and take their guidance. Number 4, be very hands-on. घुस जाओ लैब के अंदर and start working on it. And number 5, change your attitude towards problems. Remember, the zone of chaos, the zone of peace and harmony, the zone of problems is in the middle. That's where the maximum innovation, your best shine will come from there. And on that note, stay safe.